Hello and welcome to another video of Caregivers Community. Today's topic this week is Caregivers Creative Meal Planning. I just want to talk about creative meal planning because in my life recently I've had to change it up and with the meals that I have been cooking for my mom and my loved one who I'm caring for as her family caregiver. And I also have a little bit of advice for meal planning. So let's get into that video right now. As far as meal planning, I would suggest cooking. In my last video I made about time management. Let's just rewind here. As I talked about in my last video, time management for caregivers, or I don't remember the title, but it's something about managing time for caregivers. I talk about just meal planning in like bulk, like making food in bulk and putting it in the freezer or cooking it for enough to last a week or two. That's really convenient for me. I know that you can have services like HelloFresh. You can order Factor. I know that that's one of the types of meal plans that you can do just to kind of make your meal planning a little bit easier, and also to, as a caregiver, it is very important that you do stock up on food, because some days are going to be easier than others, depending on who you care for, what diagnosis they have, and how far and deep it is into the diagnosis. Sometimes the days can be a little bit easier, sometimes days can be harder, depending on where you're at in your life and depending on the diagnosis. Everybody's different as well, but I find that cooking foods in bigger capacities for more people really helps me stock up. And I also like to sometimes make food and put them in separate containers and put them in the fridge or the freezer to last a while longer. I am currently, I'm going to give you an example of what's happening in my life right now with as far as creative cooking. So right now, as what's happening right now in my life is that my mom is sadly losing her teeth. They're deteriorating because of the chemotherapy pill that she is taking. It is not usually a side effect, we don't think, but it's just happening to her. She's just one of like a certain percentage of people that might have this side effect where her teeth are just deteriorating. And as chemotherapy, it's like you never know what's going to affect your body, because it is a chemical, an extremely strong chemical that's going through your body. And as for the pill, this is a whole new thing that's being presented to us. This is a whole new medicine that's recently come out, not that long ago, and I have to find creative ways to cook for her right now, because we are in the process of basically helping her and finding ways to help her to build new teeth for her in some way. I don't really know how that's going to happen. We've been talking to the dentist that she's been seeing about these things, so that's her business. I'm not going to tell it everything. I just want to talk about the fact that like I have to come up with creative ways to build on cooking for her. So I have to find soft foods that are also nutrition value, so she doesn't lose nutritional factors in her food. And we've also had to get more vitamins, because we've had to stock up on stuff, because she's not really, it's hard to completely take in all the nutrients that you're having, especially when a person that is losing their teeth is not going to be able to get, because the nutrition factors on every food is going to be difficult. I mean, I've had to make mashed potatoes because I have to find things that are softer on her teeth because they're killing. It's painful. As we all know, when we go through a toothache or we have a cavity, it is painful. When your teeth are deteriorating, it's even more painful. I can only just imagine. I don't know what she's exactly going through, but I can just imagine what that feels like, and it's brutal. I know for a fact that it's brutal because I live with her every single day and I watch her in pain, and I feel helpless and hopeless because I can't do anything for her but cook meals that are soft and safe for her to eat. And that's what my whole new thing is right now. It's like it's trying to find foods that I can literally make sure that are soft, taste good, that will not hurt her mouth in any way or her teeth, because things are getting stuck in her teeth. Her teeth are just, it's so sad as I'm watching her go through this, and her teeth are just, she's in so much pain. And the main thing that I want to do is make sure that she is eating enough, because this is a depressing process, so sometimes you're just not going to be eating enough. Sometimes it's physically hard to do that, so I'm making a lot of beans and mashed potatoes. I've had to, as far as stir fries, I've made stir fries, but I've cut up the meat to very tiny bite-sized pieces, so she just has to swallow them. I make I've made chicken where I've had to literally make sure that it was falling apart, like almost like shredded chicken, because I just want her to be able to swallow it rather than chew on it. And I want her to be able to have all the taste and flavor of the food. I just don't want her to I don't want her to suffer while she's eating, because eating should be enjoyable. And it's one of the last things that she can really enjoy right now, because the chemo pills kind of taken over her taste buds as well. And some food tastes weird, and depending on what it is, it's just an odd place to be in as far as cooking food and having weird taste buds. She's had to eat a lot of bananas just because the doctors have told her to eat bananas for nutritional value. So that's soft food that she's been able to eat. But we've had to cut back on a lot of certain foods because she just can't eat them. So I've had to come up with creative ways to cook chicken and almost make a shredded chicken in a sense. Make anything that's really soft. Salad hasn't really worked for her because it gets stuck in her teeth. But we're sticking with mostly mashed potatoes and beans so far. Shredded chicken seems to somewhat work. I'm trying to make it softer. I'm thinking about boiling it instead of cooking it in the oven or on the counter on the stovetop. These are all things that come into play when you're a caregiver and when you're cooking for people. It's not easy. If you can't afford to buy Factor meals or HelloFresh, that's great. Even stocking up on meat, there's a link in my bio that will be for ButcherBox for Canadians, and that is a grass-fed meat that you can kind of buy in bulk form that gets delivered to your home, and that will be basically delivered to your home. You can put all the meats in your fridge and cook as you please, and stocking up on as much food with ButcherBox can actually help with meal planning, so you don't have to ever really think about going to the store to buy all your meat. It's right there for you. They basically provide everything for you, and it's grass-fed and it's farm to table, so you never have to really think about the fact that you're not feeding your family the best food humanly possible. when it comes to farm-to-table food and grass-fed meat, that's usually the best food that you can go for, especially when somebody is diagnosed with cancer or dementia. It's easier to have things on hand. I know when it comes to cooking that you want things to be able to be easy for you. You want to be able to have things as much as possibly on hand or pre-cooked, just to make things easier. I love to cook during a day where I know it's going to be really, really slow, and I love to make like just a whole bunch of food or several different kinds of food that could feed an army, and it's just to last throughout the week or the month, and I just find that really, really helpful. And I know that as a caregiver, you would find that helpful too. It's just about planning things out. It feels like every day we seem to be planning things out. But when it comes to meals and stuff, you have to get really, really creative. And when it comes to meal planning, you have to get extremely creative, depending on where the person the loved one that you are caring for, or the person that you are caring for is at in their lives. And luckily, I find cooking really enjoyable as well, so it gives me some kind of stress relief. I just kind of put on a podcast or music, and I cook in the kitchen, which really helps with my stress relief and really helps with my getting out of my head and getting out of my body and getting into my body and kind of just like enjoying the cooking process. There's not a lot of stress when I do it. I find it fun and enjoyable. And it makes me feel happy when I can feed somebody and make them feel good, because my love language is feeding people. Well, one of my love languages is feeding people, and I'm a big foodie, so it really makes me happy to feed somebody that I love. And when I know that I'm doing that, it's like at least I feel like I'm giving somebody something. I know that I'm helping in some way. I know that I can't help in all the ways, but at least I'm helping in the way that I can keep them alive and keep them feeling like they're still a person, even if they're going through something that is so traumatic and so scary. At least they have something that's comforting in a bowl or a plate that feels like home. So that's why I love cooking, and that's why I like cooking for people, because that's my form of caring for them and also showing them that I love them and appreciate them. So yeah, check out my links below. Check out my butcher box link. I suggest if the person that you do love can actually eat solid foods and can eat some meat, maybe the farm-to-table grass-fed meat will be great for you. I believe the link in the video below. So check that out if you're interested, and also check out my other links for caregiving. And I really do just appreciate everything that for everybody who's watching this video and who stuck around to the end. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all my new subscribers that keep showing up for me. I make these videos for you guys, and I really do appreciate that you want to hear what I have to say. And please also don't forget to like, subscribe, to share, and to comment on this video below if you really do like it. It helps the algorithm out, it helps me out, and it helps get other people's eyes on these videos who I think that will help, and who I think will maybe learn a couple of tricks from an actual family caregiver, and will maybe learn something or two. I'm just here to give my advice and share my experiences with you, because I don't want you to be in the same place I was, where I'm just trying to figure out where I feel like I have no resources and I don't know what to do and I don't know who to turn to. I hope that I can be this channel for you. at Caregivers community. Again, please, after you watch this video, please like, please comment, and please share. And if you like my channel, please subscribe to it to watch more videos. I really do appreciate all the support. Without the support and without the subscribers and the viewers and the watchers, I couldn't continue to make videos, and I also couldn't continue to help more people. And as more people watch these videos, it will help the algorithm out, which hopefully will help more people out. And that's all I really want to do, is help more and more people as much as humanly possible from a real family caregiver's point of view. So, yeah, so I will see you next week in an all new video. And till then, bye for now.